Hello, it's Amy with Paper Moon Journals. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, and thank you for returning if you're a regular subscriber. Today I have a bunny love journal or a bunny Valentine journal. It was a kit made by Pixie Dust Files called Bunny Love, and I really like how it came out. It's a hardcover 9x6 journal. It's still available for purchase at the time of editing, as is the Cupid or other Valentine journal. This has layered up the bunny, and then I layered the ruffle collar even more, like 3 layers of chipboard with lots of little pearls and glitter. And then I used a charm that was studded with faux rhinestones, that big metal heart charm there. It's really pretty, and it's covering like a paper Valentine that the bunny would have been holding before. And then I have the cottontail, the pom-pom cotton ball tail. And then I also added lace applique that has sequins and beads and stuff on it. It was really pretty, with some ruffled trim and other trim, Venetian trim, I think, across the top. But beautiful laces and trims is really cute. I added some blush to the nose and the cheeks to make the bunny, just a little bit cuter, and then a little bit more pink here and there with some pastels. And then I added some glitter to the mushroom as well. Here's the spine, which is 3 inches, and then the back. And then I used red sari silk, rich red sari silk, to tie it shut. And this time for the charms, I used 6 puffy heart charms instead of doing a variety of charms. And I just love how beautiful they are and how they look with all the lace and everything on the page edges, the pom-pom, all the pink, and then some new trims in here that I hadn't shared before. As always, thank you to everyone who's purchased anything from my shop. That really helps me out. This journal, I was actually including a little ball jointed bunny that I customized. I painted it and everything. They come blank white, and then, made it a little outfit and everything. I think they're so cute. I want like a dozen of them all over the house. I don't know. I might have gone bunny crazy. It's nice with Easter coming up too. I think it's kind of cool that it's a combination Easter and Valentine theme. These little ball jointed bunnies have inset eyes. The back of the head actually opens up, and you can replace or change the eyes, and the little tail even moves, and they bend at the knees and the elbows. The ears even are posable. They're super cute. They're a lot of fun. If you have any other dolls, they look cute with the dolls. I thought it looked cute because with the journal, like sitting out. So if I was going to have the journal sitting out on the table, I would just have the little bunny leaning up against it. We'll just use it to decorate our screen here, at the tabletop here while I film. And then I used some layered rickrack across the tops of those pages. And then I also used some dotted Swiss over that one page. Here we go. There it is. So you can see, I just like the look of that. I just thought it was so pretty with the little polka dots that it adds over. And then I used a long graphic 45, one of their tall tags, to make a pop-up with a twist, which is a favorite way of doing this for me, is using one of those long tags. And then I had a Valentine kit that's probably from Digital Collage Club that I used to decorate that. And then I added some ruffle of ribbon and some lace and some little sequins or faux gems, little diamantes, little pink diamantes. The Velcro wasn't stuck down good, so I pushed it down better and then opened it up here. For this one, I fussy cut out the different Valentine images to get them to fit. After I cropped the corners of the pop-up part, the Valentines didn't fit anymore. I was so excited that my pop-up perfectly fit the Valentines, and then I cropped it so that they didn't fit anymore. At some point here, I'm going to notice that we're slightly off screen, and I'm going to push it up pretty soon, I hope. And here we go. The first, that page there has a tab with one of those cute puffy heart charms. And then inside this tuck spot here, I get it up a little bit higher kind of as I go. It does go on a few minutes with the bottom cut off. I'm really, the off screen. Sorry about that. This was from original iteration of my sheet music collection, digital sheet music that's available on Etsy. That one actually didn't make the cut because of the smeared image. I decided people really might not like that, and so it didn't make the final cut of the one that's in there. But I have some tags from, I think it's the either the Pink Junk Journal or the Vintage Rose Junk Journal kit. I'm surely talking about things that are off screen right now. Oh, the charms. I was talking about the charms. I'm still continuing to have, here we go. There, I noticed that I was off screen and nudged it up. And then in another minute or two here, I'll check again and I'll push it up even higher. It's hard to tell the way I have the camera set up. I don't get a good look at it's pointed down at the tabletop. So I have to kind of look upside down up at the camera image to see if I'm on there. And, sometimes I'm wrong, like this one. I really liked how that bunny went onto that page. I think it's the tattered blue and roses or something like that. It's still Pixie Dust Files. And then those sweet bunny images where I added lace to the top and bottom of that page. And now I can almost see the bottom of the page, so that's nice. And then, yeah, just the designs that she used, the stripe with the bunting flags. The little bunnies were from the Christmas digital kit with the cakes. I picked just ones in pink or red outfits, hoping that that would swing Valentine. Let me know if I succeeded there in the comments. I would appreciate that. I love the mixed media that she did on these pages, and then how the lace from the back side of the page mixes. That little bunny was from an Easter, from Pixie Dust Files Easter. And then these pages here, these blank ones, are the lined pages with the cherubs and other images, are from her blank and lined pages bundle, which I swear I use in every single project, like every single one. I say that, and then I'm just now thinking of one I just printed out. I've started. I don't think there's any of it in there, but like 9 out of 10 of my journals will have this in here. I'm just showing how you could use that oval to put a picture, or if you had a sentiment that fit that space, it would be great to write that, or gratitude. I intend to write daily gratitude in my journal, and it would be a good thing if I did. They say it trains your brain. Your brain's like a little computer, and it trains your brain to think positively during the day. But that photograph is Easter with her little Easter bunny tucked behind that little Valentine. And then next to the Valentine page, again, I hope I'm really selling the Valentine bunny. But if it's a little bit Easter, a little bit Valentine, that doesn't bother me too much, because St. Patty's Day squeezes in there, but Valentine and Easter are pretty close together. And those little bunnies with the hearts, and this cute little doll with her dress. Oh, I just think they're so cute. And that Debrina over at Pixie Dust Files, she just comes up with the best images and the neatest ideas. I'm not sponsored by her or anything. I just really like everything that she makes, and I buy almost all of it. So that's why you see so much of it in my work, is she's constantly releasing new things. I'm then acquiring them, often once she has a sale. Then I'll pick up, 2 or 3 of her kits at once. And then here I am making a lot of their kits. Another digital artist that I really like is Miles Beyond the Moon. You'll see a lot of them in my work, and I have some of their stuff printed out. What I'm showing you now is this pocket that was made from her essentials pages, and it had cherubs across the top. And I like really cutting it apart in this way, cutting the cherubs off, cutting 3 inches off the top, and then 2.5 inches off the left and right side of that piece where there's a lady standing next to a column. But right now I'm showing you a picture of a sweet little girl with a bunny and an Easter basket. Debrina has photoshopped those together, but she does such a great job. I can't tell what was part of the original photo and what wasn't. But we continue on in this first signature of this 2-signature 80-page journal. It has lots of lace, as I said, the 6 charms, 9x6. It's a hardcover journal. I use extra heavyweight chipboard and then wrap that up. Again, I just love these sweet little bunny images that she made with a Valentine theme. And then to that, I added some fussy cut roses from Shabby Dabby Doodah. And then here we have one of the loaded Valentine pockets, which was a separate digital kit, as well as this Valentine dresses digital kit, which she came out with in the meantime of me making the first Valentine journal and this one. And then there's a tag that shrunk down from her first Valentine digital kit. that she came out with this year. But some of these little dresses I've added lace to, and other ones I didn't. That this one I have backed onto my vintage documents. It's the back side of one of the vintage documents digital kit for my own. I often forget to mention when I use my own kits, but yeah, that's shrunk down from one of the Valentine tags I added to the loaded pocket. And then I also added some of my own vintage Valentines to the loaded pocket. That tag there is from the Valentine kit. That middle tag there actually is part from this pocket. It's the center of the bottom left from that pocket. It's the centerpiece. And then I'm surely re-explaining there how I like to cut that particular sheet apart. I like to print it on card and cut it apart and make it into tags. And or any of those tags, of course, could be used for pockets or tuck spots. I really like the font on that. This, I'm just sure it's from the Pink Junk Journal kit. I thought it looked nice in here. And then the Valentine tag and the Valentine dress. And then we're going to unload that loaded pocket. I used something else to back the loaded pocket with than what comes with the kit, but that's just because I was making a few of them and I like to add variety. It makes it more fun for me when I'm making the project if I, mix and match different things. And then, of course, then my things aren't the same as anybody else's things. Not that they would likely be anyways. With the way the kits come, just how people would put it together wouldn't be exactly the same. I know because I watch other people on Instagram when they hashtag pixie dust files and see what they do. And that's really fun. Daily Dose of Happiness. She's really cute. She does a lot of stuff. And then, yeah, that little bunny fit into the oval there. That hot pink, really tiny pom pom is cute. As always, if you don't like pom pom or something that I've used on there, one of the colors of the trims or something, I could always just tear that off. Removing or changing out a few of the trims wouldn't really bother me or, affect the overall piece. I did that for someone before where she didn't like the pom pom on something. And I ended up selling her a couple journals because she said I would have bought this other one too, except it had the pom pom. And so I was like, I'll remove the pom pom from both of them. What do you think? And then, yeah, she bought them both. So that was pretty nice. So don't be afraid to ask if there's just some small thing. Or, like, say, if you wish that sorry silk ribbon was pink or white instead of red or something like that, some small change. If I have the stuff and I can accommodate, I certainly will. And then we can see the other side of that cherub page from the blank and lined pages. And then I have a stack of tags in my hand from that corner pocket that I trimmed out with lace and a dimensional flower. And then that also has a page tab with one of those nice shiny gold puffy heart charms. And then here's some tags. I left these a little bit more simple. There's a lot going on with the Valentine and all the lace and everything. So I didn't layer up a bunch of images on these as I maybe would normally do. And then here's another one of those pretty dresses, still backed on that vintage document digital kit. And then what I used to decorate the tags was actually something meant to back some other kit that it came with. It was supposed to be the backing for that. And then I just love that page. I like to use it, in tags and different things. It's just a really beautiful image that she's found. Again, I just love everything that she does. Excuse me. So yes, if you're using her, some of her stuff and you tag Debrina in it, and hashtag Pixie Dust Files, which is the name of her shop, then, then she'll almost always post a really nice comment. And it seems like to me, when I'm the first person to share a new kit that she has out, she'll reshare it to her story, maybe. Maybe my project was just really delighted her that time or something. I don't know. But every once in a while, and it does seem to be when maybe I'm the fastest one to get it out, she'll reshare it. But here's some different sentiments that came with, I think, the Vintage Rose digital kit. And I thought these would be neat if you wanted to add them to different pages or over photos. I try to still leave room to work in here. So if you still wanted to decorate or collage some pages, you can do that. You can take some of the small ephemera or the ephemera I have tucked into pockets and envelopes and use that to decorate the different pages. I love these sentiments, and I was really tempted to take them and add them to the different pages. Adding positive sentiments was like a signature of mine for quite a few years. And then I just, got away from that. I wouldn't mind getting back to that. It's really nice when you're using the journal to see the different positive sentiments in there, reminding you to, essentially keep your chin up or your head held high or whatever. There's another one of those really pretty puffy gold heart charms that I put on the journal this time. And I'm really happy with how this one came out and glad that I can share it with you. I hope you're really enjoying these. I like to watch these different flip through videos for entertainment often, while I'm trying to wind down at night, but for inspiration too. The more of these videos that I watch, the more inspired I feel to work on different projects. Or sometimes I'll end up getting a kit that somebody else has bought. I'll find a new digital artist, but here's another one of those little Christmas images that I snuck in on this page that was part of the Valentine kit. Again, let me know if it just reads Valentine or if those little bunnies look like I stuck Christmas in the middle of this Valentine journal. Same with the Easter. I'd like to know, how well I succeeded at sticking to what I felt like was a Valentine theme. So here's one of those cute little dresses. That time it was backed on pink paper with white polka dots. And then some of the really nice Valentine tags and a tag that I made. And then some sheet music for my digital sheet music collection. I love that collection. Here's a pull up. And you might notice that I use my finger right next to it to kind of slow down some of the pages as I'm pulling. They do catch sometimes. They get a little stuck together from being smashed into the book. And so I just pull slowly and then just lightly catch it with my finger there so that we can see between them. Here I realize that I think, oh, I'm talking about what I backed it with. These waterfalls really work better if it's a really nice thick card. If you find that your waterfall isn't working great, it may be because it's not thick enough or heavy enough, the little card that you're doing the flip with. So here we go, I'm pulling it up. And then at the end of this, I'm gonna show you, hopefully, if I can get it on screen, where it catches a little when you're trying to put it back. Sometimes it catches on the grommet or the eyelet ring. Unfortunately, that is not on camera. Goodness gracious. This, my apologies again for this. This might have been my worst time for being off frame, but I spent, a great deal of time filming it. Here we go. Oh, good. Oh, thank goodness. So I get it up. There's the ring. So sometimes when you're pushing it back in, it'll catch on that little ring and you think you might not be able to get it back together. But if you just lift the bottom card up over the ring, then you can finish pushing it back. Speaking of pushing, I really pushed the limits by going for five flip cards here. I could have left the pull a little bit longer on that as well. I left the lace a little bit loose on there. I like the way it looks like that, just glued down in the center. So it kind of lifts up at the edges. It's really pretty. And that pull was fun. I'm pretty sure that was from a digital collage club. I think it's called Make and Create now. Oh, this is a favorite page for mine. I really love how the photo layered with the little dress in that pocket. And then I have a little Valentine tuck spot at the bottom. And then there's one of those Easter images, the bunnies with mushrooms. Now that I'm thinking about it, if I just use, I have two different heart-shaped punches. If I just did some like glittery and red and pink heart shapes and added those to some of the Easter images, that would probably help make it a little more Valentine-y. But, you have to stop on these. Well, don't have to, but one could keep going forever working on these at a point. I've seen somebody, they just keep widening the spine bigger and bigger and bigger until she had like 10 books in one because it just kept getting fatter and fatter. And she didn't want to commit to multiple books, or maybe she just wanted the challenge of making a crazy huge spine. But anyway, back to this. So I'd love to do this in my journals. I do it in probably almost every one where I use the envelope as a flip out and at least one tuck spot. Sometimes I make a tuck spot out of the flap. Sometimes I just glue the flap down. And then on the back of the envelope, I made another tuck spot out of one of those bunny images and then added to that this photograph. Again, it's another one that she photoshopped of a little girl. And I think she added the bunny, maybe the basket to it. She does such a great job. And then here's more of those little Valentine dresses. And then some of that vintage rose journal card. I know I have that in there. And again, you can see that this is on pink paper with white polka dots on the back of it. So it's a nice sturdy card weight. When you glue card to card, that can be nice. Sometimes I accidentally print on plain paper and then glue that onto card. And it's nice to have multiple weights of thickness in there when you're going through the little packet of stuff. It feels nice that some of them are thick and some of them are thinner. Really packed this envelope full of stuff. So there again, if you wanted to make like a pocket out of that and then stick, a couple of the things in there, you would still have stuff left in the envelope and plenty, like I said, there's just plenty of stuff in here if you want to continue working, making tuck spots and filling them with things. And the book isn't quite so, it's not a gator mouth yet. So if you did want to add more to it, more stuff to the pockets or things like that you had, maybe Valentine's that you've saved over the years, you could add to the different pockets or tuck spots in here, or make more tuck spots with some of the stuff I have in the pockets and then add to those. I thought these hearts went great in a Valentine journal. I'm almost positive that was still the Vintage Rose digital kit. I have quite a bit of ephemera there. It just looks like it goes so great. That's one of the really nice things about Sabrina is that she's pretty consistent with her style, and a lot of her things mix and match together, if not, almost everything mix and matches. You'll find that I'll take stuff from Christmas, Easter, and other digital kits to use. Like those mushrooms were from a Christmas kit as well, from a Merry Pink Miss, I think, as were the pink butterflies. Those were for my Christmas kit. So here what I did was I put the dress on a belly band, and the photograph is the head, and then the tall skinny tag behind is the legs. So that's fun. It actually happened on accident, and I noticed the effect. The shoes were just barely peeking out or something, and then I just slightly adjusted the images so that they fit in the um, under the belly band like that. I thought that was so fun, especially because it wasn't intentional to try to make it like that. It was just an accident. And then here's one of those little cupcake pixies with some mushrooms from that Christmas kit. And when I see those kits, when she had that Christmas digital kit up, I knew I'd be using those mushrooms in all kinds of stuff. And I have in fairy journals. I like those cupcake pixies. I think, that's what you do at Valentine's. You have sweets with cupcakes, and I think she goes really nicely. This is one of the Valentine pages that was just pretty. I just folded it in there. I like having a few full sheets like this of writing space that you can tuck into spots. So if you wanted to write, about a trip that you took or something like that, you have plenty of room on that page to write quite a bit, and then just fold it up and put it back in the pocket. Some of my journals, when I use them, I just write on the back sides of things so that they still look nice, just as nice as if I hadn't used them. But then if you go through all of the little stuff, there'll be different usually gratitude or positive sentiments on the different cards and things as you pull them out. Maybe a daily to-do list of stuff I have to do. That is another way that I like to use my journals, is just one per year is enough to just, when I remember and I have a lot going on, is I'll just sit down and make a list, as you do, of all the things that I need to get done, and then to get off, start a new list with the things that didn't get done. Here I finally have this centered all the way on screen. Huzzah, right? It's about time. If only I had done this at the beginning. I can't tell you how disappointed I was when I came to do the editing and I saw that, the first 10 minutes or so are pretty grossly off screen or out of frame. So, yep, that was just the first signature there. Isn't that amazing? Thankfully, I do pick up some speed for the second signature, and it doesn't take, another 25 minutes to go through the second half. But after I realized, I kind of flipped back through the whole thing. So you could see the layers of the lace all across the bottom that you surely couldn't have when it was off frame, especially with how long that lace is. That is actually the cover image. And then let's go back to the cover so you can see the changes that I made. And again, this is layered up. The bunny rabbit portion is layered up multiple times on the cover. And then that's just the flat page. But isn't it a darling image? When I started working on this journal and I shared a sneak peek, I actually had a different image there, but then I ended up, while I was making the journal, once I came across this image, I could see the layering opportunities, especially with that neck ruff offering a third layer of, because it would be closer to you, of layering up first the bunny and then also the neck ruff on top of that, even taller than the bunny was. So I just printed out a few different times to do that and glue each of the bunnies to chipboard and then glue out, or cut out the pieces that I'm going to layer up separate. But I just really like how that page looked with the stream of hearts on the page next to it. The pink and the blue and the gold are so pretty together. There's some lined pages from the blank and lined page bundle. I really like how that oval came out on this page that is that blue, it's tattered blue with roses, I think is what it's called. She just has so many beautiful kits, and her mixed media skills combined with her digital art where she layers up mixed media with digitally with other things. She's just amazing like that. So I'm showing you with that little sentiment that there's a tuck spot there that you could use to tuck a similar sentiment or a photo or something. Tuck spots are kind of nice because you still have the full page to write, but then you can tuck something up in there. And then there's the other side of that page with the curtains and everything that are created there for all the different layers. It is just so pretty. Let's take a closer look at that. It looks so dimensional with the flowers and things like that. The butterfly I just glued down in the middle and I left the wings flapping, which is nice. And as I said before, that was from a Christmas kit, as is this little bunny in her pink and red dress. There is a little bit of greenery on her and the cake, but I didn't feel like that took away from the Valentine necessarily. Here's another cute bunny image. And then that from the blank and line pages bundle, the other half of that cherub page that we would have seen earlier in the signature. I like that there's several different cherub images in there. Really goes nice with our Valentine theme. This bunny, I think, might have been the original cover. Maybe not. Maybe not. I think it was a facing the other way, whatever bunny had originally started out on the cover. And then that one, I just thought this page is so nice, the way that oval bunny fit in the oval image with all of the lace and the rickrack and the flowers. And then the different trims you can see off to the left and the right that have come before and behind. Looks so nice. I'm not sure if in the Etsy ad listing, this is one of the pictures that made the cut. I had like 15 pictures to put in the Etsy listing, and they only let you use 10. So I had to eliminate like a third of my pages that I wanted to put in. I just take pictures of what I think are the most dynamic or colorful or interesting pages, since I only get 10 and there's 80 in here. And then the video that I get to share on Etsy is only 15 seconds. So it is really a blessing that I have the YouTube channel where I can take, really as long as I wanted. And boy, I took my time on this one. A lot of my flip throughs are only 8 or 9 minutes, but I made it over 30 minutes on this flip through. And if you make it to the end, you deserve a prize. So give yourself a pat on the back and a special treat, whatever is a treat for you. If you make it to the end, we're still not there. We have about 9 minutes left. And then at the very end, I have close-up photos and everything so you can see what it looks like at the end. I thought those little bunnies could have made a sweet cover. It's just so cute. But I'm just not sure if it would be as dynamic. There wouldn't be as much layering opportunities, and they take up the full cover, so I wouldn't be able to decorate much around them. For this dress and one of the other ones, I glittered it up pretty good. I glittered around the heart, the collar, the sleeves, and the ruffles, and I put several different book plates in here, so you could find one to use on this journal, and then you have others to use on other books or journal projects if you want. I like the different papers that I back the tags on. And as I said earlier, sometimes I back some of the tags, and then some of them I don't. Some of them are just printed onto lightweight card and are left that way. But it looks like everything in that pocket got backed. Sometimes that does happen because I printed on paper. These you can use as bookmarks to keep your track. Anything in one of these pockets you could just use as a bookmark. sticking out of the top to keep track of your page. You might want to stick it out the side instead because there are a lot of tags with bows hanging out the top. Um, but yeah, I really like these. You could still write on the back of this tag, even though it has quite a bit of print on it, as long as you just used a marker or something like that. That's what I would do. I would probably turn it sideways and then just write, again, gratitude or a positive sentiment or something like that. I don't know if I would use something like this for my to-dos. If I didn't have that many things to do, I probably wouldn't be making a list. But who knows? Who knows? Because I get excited about things, and then, writing down my plan to do it helps me focus on the things I need to do first. First work, then play. I try to adhere to that. I don't know if I would ever get any work done if I just go straight to play. But I've got a lot of work. I apologize that I haven't been able to post as regularly as I normally do. I prepare taxes and am a bookkeeper for a living. And so January through April, I get really busy. And then the rest of the year, I'm not as busy. So quite a bit of the year, I can spend 12 or 14 hours a day just making journals. Just every day, I'll have an hour, maybe a couple hours of work, but I'll just pile that into 2 long work days. And then we'll spend, say 5 days a week, 14 hours a day making journals. And then this time of year, that reverses quite a bit, where I spend way more time working. And then I just may be too tired to work on journals at all, or maybe just an hour or two in the evening. So I'll go from making, maybe 3 or even 4, possibly 4 journals a week to making one or less than one a week. So, but I really love how this came out, and I try to take my time and to put all of the details into each project, even though I'm busier and I'm not able to make as many. I would rather make less and have each one still be the quality that I wanted, that, I want to keep it for myself, quality, than, than to try to rush through them to just crank more out. That wouldn't be as fun, and I'm just sure it would affect the quality of the work. We have a couple charms really close together, which is nice there. I like the tassels at the bottom of this page and how they layer in front of the pink pleated or ruffled fabric that's behind it. And then those tags are so cute. That girl with her roses, like, why shouldn't she be in a Valentine journal, right? Then another one of those little cupcake pixies layered onto a narrow tag. It's a 2.5 inches wide, so it fits into the tag top punch. I really love that punch. That and my tab punch were my 2 best purchases last year, 2023. I don't know what it's going to be this year, so I can stop going on and on about that, and I can start, bragging about some new favorite toy or tool. I really like how this bunny image went on top of that page. I added one of the mushrooms and then also the bunny that's sitting on a mushroom. This is really sweet journal. All the different lace and trims, like that crocheted lace there. Or is just, and then there's more of that neon pink pom pom. It is really cute. I'm wishing I'd had sharper scissors to cut the edge of that off right there where there's a little fuzzy, frizzy piece hanging off. But I just like all the layers and how they look layered up, still looking forward and back, especially now that the journal's been centered on screen. That's nice. And then here's where I use the butterfly. I actually left that so it could be a little bit of a tuck spot. And then here I made a tuck spot on this page. Look at all of that. Isn't that gorgeous? All of the lace and the charms and the where we've been, and then we still have a little bit more to go. We're almost to the end now. I use this house-shaped tag and some other small ephemera in this little tuck spot, including one of those little Valentines. Some of the vintage Valentines I shrunk down. I think the vintage Valentines are really sweet. They look like the kind that I gave out when I was a little girl in grade school. And look at this lace. This is new. I think these Valentine journals might be one of the first projects, if not the first projects, to get this lace used on it, because it's pretty new to me. But I just love how it looks and layered up with everything throughout the project. Now we're inside the back cover, and when I started decorating this, I thought the pocket was in a different spot than where it was. It's not where I'm showing the tuck. That's where I thought the pocket was. So I decorated everything there, but the pocket's actually down where the little red paper is. So I think this one also might have gotten glittered, the stress. I just did a couple of them. They're pretty enough. They don't actually need any glitter, but I think it's a fun or exciting surprise to come across, the ones in the pockets that do have the glitter. And then those mushrooms are really sweet. I just love this kit. I'm really happy with how it came out. I hope if you picked up this kit and you were looking for some inspiration or ideas that you found that, or that you found this entertaining. And as always, I have some photos at the end with close-up pictures. So if you want to see that, stay till the end. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, share my content in my channel with anybody else you think might enjoy it. And please have a great day. Thanks again.